Hello everyone, my name is Koi Soup, but you can just call me Koi. Today, I'd like to show you all a project I'm making. Drumroll please. Humants! Pronounced human ants, like human ants. Humants is a game I am making, and a very large one at that. Now, I'll explain what Humans is while I show me doing the artwork. Humans is a story-based dungeon crawler about being in a place of big bugs. In quotation marks, and I mean that. The story is simple. For each character you play, they have an opening cutscene of how they get there. You then will play the first few hours of the game, fighting some early, easy levels. Opponent is a small but important sub-area, the Ant Queen. You fight a boss. Her name is Jirelia, the Ant Queen. You don't actually kill her, rather, she will break down and tell you the story of humans. And now, I'll explain that right here. Bugs lived in peace until their wretched king showed up. Lord Miramacafa, an ant, a beetle? They aren't really sure, but he's definitely something. Something terrible and wicked. He's very cruel and very tyrannical, and he brought from pillage, plague, and prejudice. He is forcing many of the civilized bugs, like herself, to fight for him. He has infested the kingdom and all the other areas of the bug world with his sick relations. So this is what I'm drawing now, the Tumorling mini boss. Tumorling, like tumor, it's like the ling of tumor. You get it? Yeah, cool, right? Anyways, your goal is to go to all the world, from Bug Desert to the Frosted Coves, even the hell itself, to defeat Miramacafa. Alright, there's the story out of the way. I uploaded the first version sometime in April. I had vacation from school, so I pulled multiple all-nighters to work. It was rushed, poorly coded, and the artwork, blah. So this update, which is being worked on now that summer's here, will be huge. And I mean huge. Let me explain why. It's gonna have everything resprited, so everything will look completely different. Most things will be recoded, and it will have 3 new bosses, 2 new mini-bosses, 4 playable characters, because you currently play as Isaac from the Binding of Isaac, and a shit ton more. And that's a guarantee. It's totally free, and you can play the version of my itch.io on my Patreon right now. Links are in the description if you really want to. Okay, anyways, about the drawing. Oh, and by the way, this video doesn't show off gameplay. I'll show off gameplay when I work on the coding again. So, this is Tumorling. What a cutie. He's some sort of mutant spider, plagued by tumors. He's a mini-boss version of Cansid. Cansids are just an enemy. You'll see them eventually. I originally thought of him while I was working that vacation. I had already made the other 2 mini-bosses, and I needed a third for the 3rd level. So I kept ripping pages out of Edmund Macmillan's book, and made a very gross, unhappy hole. Speaking of that Edmund fella, I'm using his signature Isaac double pixel outline, and I think I like it more than before. Alright. Seems I finished. Here's a new and old Tumorling. New. Old. Yuck, that old one. The update will make it actually fun, and I'll be sure to have my excellent team of beta testers, friends, scrub them bugs out. And I mean computer bugs, not like, bug bugs. In terms of content and time it'll take to make, I have no clue. It's a giant game. I'm looking at 100 plus bosses, and 150 plus mini bosses, with 200 plus levels. And I'm new, so now it's slow making sprites in the code, but as they get better, it's faster. I presume it'll take, like, 5 or so years. Of course, I'll have paid versions, like my Patreon, when I feel like I'm selling a real product. The second drawing is of the only boss's interest, right? Her name is Gemifly. It's a play on the word Gemini. I also thought of her rapidly, although very rapidly. Her gameplay is terrible right now, she's just a worse geek of flies. But I have already thought of reworks, don't worry. I was stressing because I had set a goal to release it by 8 on Friday, and it was like 5 on Friday, and in my lack of sleep, I drew her up. She's a bit basic, and she'll be changed, but I like her. Anyways, for the finished piece, I kinda like it. When I compare it later, I'll show the comparison. It's better, but it lacks the gusto of the original. It looks more like her enemy sprite than the intro sprite, where the boss is meant to show off. Speaking of later, I'll show a 4 comparison. one of Fatty Fly, one of Blood and Tick, one of Gemma Fly, and one of Rotten Fly. Lots of flies, I know. They're just so easy to draw, I know. The first two are just the other mini-bosses. The last is just an enemy. Fun fact about Fatty Fly. She's just pregnant. She's a mini-boss, but since the flies eat so much, the lady flies do not get enough. The pregnant flies often die. Blood and Tick is a tick which can engorge itself to the point of immobility. You can only pray that you don't walk behind it. Or, I guess I could shoot blood at you. It can ricochet off the walls. Doesn't mean it won't panic. So that's the main characters. I plan to be the single developer, one and only, on this project. Might not sound like much, but like, look at McPig and the Terraria team, or Toby Fox, or a bunch of other indie game creators. They do a lot of stuff, but what I mean is that I do everything. I do the art, I do the code, I do the design, I do the music, I do the marketing, I do the porn art, I do the allegations. Okay, maybe I'm getting a little too far ahead in my idea. It's a difficult task, but I want full control. Why? Because I like my idea and I think about my game all day long. I've got the proof. If I wanted to, I could take out some schoolwork and I could show you the doodles I do on the paper. They're not the greatest things ever. I have limited space. I write in pen and not pencil because pencil actually fucking reads. But they are still actually helping me improve and stuff. And it just shows how much I think about it. Literally all day. So yeah. Yeah, that's why I want full control. Not because I'm sort of a greedy pig who only wants me to have all the money. Although, all I want is money. I actually don't care about my game at all. And all I want is money. Give me money now! I don't care that I don't have a game for sale. Just donate me money. Go to Itch.io, donate me $5. Now. Or else I'll cry. Yeah. Anyways. I'm gonna make a few more devlogs before I release the update. Definitely sometime in July, I think. I need at least 2 weeks to work on this. It's gonna be a big ass update. I will also make a Discord server and hold some community events and beta testing. Also, my friends make videos so you can watch those if you'd like. Yeah. I'll surely talk about how a level would go. You enter it by falling into some sort of hole that you find. Then, you go to different rooms. After that, you almost always reach a mini-boss at the end or halfway point of the level. The mini-boss is in the halfway point, then you're a lucky duck, because in that level, it's got a boss. Nope. Bosses are big, stylish, and legendary. I think I should just be about wrapping up. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful little piece of art there. Anyways, here's the comparisons. Well, I just want to say thank you and have a rotten day.
Looks like a burning garbage truck. Hair's on fire, the Pope's a liar. Ocean couldn't get much drier. Quicksand's got me buried in the muck. Oh, entropy got a hold of me. I'm hanging one hand from a popsicle tree. I'm a bug-eyed snake tail feather dark fuzzy. I'm so dirty you say I'm scuzzy. Look out now, gotta get out of here. It's all wrong just singing a song. Well, it's falling apart and it won't take long. Can't believe I'm seeing the tumble. Watch me stumble, laying down under the bow. Screams so loud, can't hear a sound. Earth's shaking, starts to rumble. Watch it crumble, watch it crumble.